Hello and welcome to the Connection Couch. My name is Reg Sorrell.
And I'm Jo Saunders. And in today's episode, we're talking about how to plan your networking activities on LinkedIn.
And thank you for sticking around. Right, networking on LinkedIn. Jo, doesn't it seem a little bit counterintuitive when we're talking about networking and LinkedIn? Because I'm assuming people think of that face-to-face connection when it comes to networking.
Where have you been for the last year? COVID, virtual, Zoom, hello, virtual.
All right, show me up on camera.
Okay.
I was trying to help the conversation. Right, just throw me the lines, Jo.
No, okay, well, face-to-face networking is important, but some people can't. Probably, around the world people are stuck, we know that. We're pretty lucky at the moment. But networking on LinkedIn adds another layer to physical networking. It allows you to stay in touch with people in between seeing them. Or in between seeing them on Zoom if that's how you're interacting with people.
Gotcha.
In small groups and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, thanks for joining us. Now, we are going to talk about a few things, right? We're going to talk about how to review your network, then we're going to discuss how to find the people to increase the value of your online connections. But we do have a special ninja tactic trick.
Yes.
We're going to share at the end to help you.
Yes.
I'm not going to say how because it'd be too much.
I know, such a tease, right? Such a tease.
So yeah, hang around to the end because we'll have a look, and it's a pretty good trick indeed. I'd actually say we go. Said too much. I've said too much. All right.
Oh dear, Reg.
How do we review our connections on LinkedIn, Jo?
Well, if you watch our first episode when we kicked off the year, we talked about reviewing and we touched on network. So looking at who's in your network right now.
Link in the description.
Yes. So, unfollowing or removing people from your network who aren't relevant. Now, but the other thing that we didn't talk about then that we're going to talk about now is who's missing. Who's missing from your network that needs to be in your network. So if you think about the people that you've met over the last year, the people you've been at physical events with, the people you've been on Zoom calls with, the people that you have collaborated with, potential clients, people that have rang you and booked a chat, people that you want to collaborate with, people you've attended their webinar and it was awesome. Reg, you did a webinar recently, didn't you? No? I don't know.
Was I supposed to?
I don't know. But if Reg did a webinar, you'd want to follow him because of the webinar. Yeah. So, and people whose book you've read, so people whose course you've done. So think about all the different people that you interact with that have made a difference. So if we think about the types of people now, the types of people you want to connect to, it's not just people you want to sell to. Because,
that's true.
It's bigger than that. And if you're in the job market, it's not just people that are going to hire you. So it's some of the people I've already mentioned. So just have to think about yourself. What categories of people could you connect to? And who's missing from your network right now? So what about yourself, Reg? Who's missing? Who could you be connected to that you're not connected to?
Oh, Jo.
I love putting Reg on the spot.
We didn't talk about this in the meeting.
I know. But the categories of people,
Oh, well, essentially overall decision makers. So that might be marketing people.
Yeah.
People high up. Yeah. Marketing directors, that type of person.
Yeah.
But essentially I would connect with people that I admire in business, that put out good content.
He admires me.
Yep. Put out good content so, you can learn from them as well.
Yeah.
Clients.
Yeah. Yeah, right. You've hit the nail on the head. Decision makers. So the person that is going to, I'm going to sound really old here, sign that check. You know what I mean? Book you and indicate. Start that payment process. But that's the person who's got the keys to the decision box. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, so those people. So a range of people. There is somewhere apparently, and I've got one in my office. Don't you have one?
No, I'm boxless.
I'm boxless. Okay. So figure out who is missing from your network. Now, how do you actually connect to them and find them? So finding them, if you know their name, it's easy. Easy to stalk them and find them.
Yes. So how do you find then? So for example, there's a company that I want to work with because I like what they're doing.
Yeah.
How do I find out who the person is and I need to connect with in that business?
Yeah. So you want to be looking for the person, the role. So you need to know. If you go back to a decision maker, it may not be the CEO or the business owner, it might be someone else. So maybe it's the marketing director, or in your case, or it's the learning development manager, the business development manager, whoever that person is. So, and if you don't know them by name, then you're going to, a couple of ways. You might search for the company. So say you want to work with, pick a company.
Pick a company?
Yeah.
Redbubble.
So Redbubble, are they a real company?
Does it matter?
I don't know. So we search for Redbubble, we find the right location, and then we go into their team and employees, and we can either look through the list of people. Now, if they've got thousands of employees, that's going to take you too long. Then you want to put some information into the search bar to give some context now. So it might be putting in the title of the role. Now, here's the ninja tactic. We're going to go straight into the ninja tactic.
Straight in there.
Straight in there, because it's part of this.
Excellent.
So LinkedIn has filters. So
like me, I have no filter.
No, I know. High pants, no filter. Watch out. But really nice guy.
Come on, Joe.
So LinkedIn, you can put your words in you're searching for, then apply some filters. So you can search for location. So if you're looking for Perth, you're looking for Sydney, you're looking for Melbourne, whatever.
So you can put in like roles, job description roles.
Job description. Yeah, there's a box for title, which you can put in as well. Yeah. You can put the industry. So if you do know the company name, so Redbubble, so you put in the company Redbubble, and then you could even put the title in. It might bring up the person if they've got the person. So that's one way to do it.
Right.
Now, I haven't got to the ninja tactic.
I was going to say, what's the ninja
tactic? That is
tactic?
not the ninja tactic.
It is gold, by the way.
It is, gold.
It's like, okay, we'll get to it.
Now, LinkedIn search does change all the time. In fact, recently there was a change where if you search for someone by name, now actually here's another little tactic. So you search by name, and I search for Reg Sorrell. You're going to come up in the drop-down box potentially. If that's the right one, I can click on you and go immediately to your profile. No passing go, no collecting $200. If I hit enter, I'm going to get the search results for Reg Sorrell. And as we know, there are only 2 of you around in the world ever. We know that.
We do.
We do know that. But the new feature for search results is it doesn't just show your profile, it shows your activity in the search results. So you can get a feel for who the person is without even going to their profile, which is kind of cool. But in terms of the ninja tactic now, so say we don't know the person's name, but we do know the type of person we're looking for, we can put those words into search. Now, LinkedIn's not as smart as Google. It needs a bit of guidance. So when you put things like business development manager, if you type that phrase in, it's going to bring back profiles with the word business development and manager separately.
So that's every profile.
Pretty much. Business, yeah. So you're going to get a mishmash of people. If you put those terms in inverted commas, it's going to, that's the comma sound. Just so you know. It's going to bring back profiles with those words in that order.
So inverted commas will have it, only those 3 words in that order?
Yeah, like those, well, there are going to be other words in the profile, clearly, but it's only going to show in the context of those words. Now, if you want to have some other things, so you might say business development manager, or BDM, because BDM is the acronym for that, which some people use.
Can you put or?
The word or in capital letters. So follow that by or BDM. You might add some more information, and then you can say, that's or. You might say and something else. So if you want them to have another skill set or another set of talents.
So the same thing, in capitals?
Yep, in capitals, so and in capitals. And not. If you say not, you're excluding the words preceding.
Right.
And then if it gets quite complicated, so you might say something and something, not something. The and and the thing after the and the not, you might want to keep together. So you can put brackets around them. So that, Bob, not Barbara, but the thing before it is, it's maths. Now, this whole thing is called Boolean search.
Gold, Joe. It's gold.
Not Boolean search. Boolean search. BOOL. Boolean.
Boolean.
Yeah.
Boolean as opposed to
bullying or
no bull.
Bull.
Let's not do this.
Oh yeah. So Boolean searching. So that's the sort of ninja tactic. So if you use LinkedIn's filters plus Boolean searching, then you'll get really hyper target the right people. Your search list will be smaller, but more relevant, which is important. And then it's just a matter of how you're going to connect and what you're going to do. So are you going to?
We're going to connect the conversation, aren't we?
Yes. Oh, he's been listening. I love it.
There.
So you're going to go, firstly, you'd want to go to their profile. So if you get the search result list and there's a little button saying connect, I'd avoid doing that because you're not leaving a footprint behind. You're not actually on their profile. So they're not going to get the little notification saying, Joe's looked at your profile. You're just getting a random connection. So go to their profile first, leave a footprint behind, then connect with conversation by adding some information. Now, if you're doing this on a mobile app, don't hit the connect button.
No.
What should you hit, Reg? Do you remember?
The 3 dots. No?
Well, it used to be, or more. It's called more now.
More.
There's a button saying more, but yeah, it used to be 3 dots. But who knows? The app changes so much; it could be back to 3 dots. But hit more, and you'll see personalise, and then put your little friendly message in.
Yes.
And don't make it about you. Don't do the whole. Well, I'm the #1 video expert in Perth, and your videos are crap. You need to buy my stuff. No.
That's not going to work.
No, exactly. It's not going to work. But there are people that do not quite that extent, but it's all about them. Make it about the person you're connecting to. So once again, if you look at their profile, mention something they've done, something they've achieved, somewhere they've worked, something they've said, something that you can kind of tie into.
A little example: I received an email from a gentleman who does voiceovers, and normally I just scan the email and go, right, no, thank you.
Yeah.
But I did read his email all the way through, because at the very top, his first line was, something must be right about a company whose owner plays basketball twice a week.
Ooh, stalker.
So I thought, because I'm thinking, who is this guy? Do I know him? Like, how does he know that? And then you read through, you go, he's after, he wants to connect because he's a voiceover artist, I get it.
Yeah.
But the fact that he put that in the email...
Now, where did he get that information from?
Well, he must have looked me up on LinkedIn.
But where is it on your About section?
It's in my profile.
Yeah. So that's a perfect example of, it's almost cold calling, but it's become warm now. He's warmed it up by being personal. So yeah, you might not be in the market for a voiceover actor, but the fact that he's done that is...
Well, he's got an American accent. That's the only thing. It
could be useful though if you're doing...
So if I've got overseas clients, then absolutely. But
yeah. So take a leaf out of, I don't know, we'll call him Bob. Bob's book. And actually... do your research, mention something. If it's someone you know of that doesn't know you, mention something that they said, like something you've read in their book, something that they said in their webinar, something in a workshop. If you met them in a networking event in person, mention the event. Now, here's another reason why you want to mention that in the message is it forms part of your history of conversation. And if you forget where you met Reg, you can look back in your message history and go, Reg, that's right, we went to LinkedIn Local Perth.
See what you did there. Very clever. Very clever.
What is LinkedIn Local Perth?
Well, LinkedIn Local Perth is a group like people who get together in Perth and network.
And they're people on the LinkedIn network.
I know that was very badly explained. I kind of did that on purpose.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that is what we want you to do. If you are in Perth, then there will be a link in the description.
Or Perth.
Please join us. We have, how often? Every couple of months?
Yeah, every couple of months. The next event is the 24th of February, if you're watching this
before February?
now. Yeah. Otherwise, look out for
Of course they're watching it now. Like now, they're watching it now.
No, I mean, if you're watching this in the future as a playback because you've missed this when it launched. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, let's Back to the Future, this whole video. So come join us, LinkedIn Local, 24th of February and every other couple of months after that. We'd love to meet you and join you and have a chat and get to know you a bit better. And if you're not in Perth, then look up, maybe follow the hashtag LinkedIn Local. Maybe I'm sure you've got a LinkedIn Local group near you. So
and there are hundreds of these events around the world. We just happened to host in Perth, and we were one of the first. I think post 6 or 7 to launch in the world. But yeah, check it out. Follow the hashtag on LinkedIn. Look for our company page, which is called LinkedIn Local Perth.
It is.
Perth. Or we've actually got a group called Perth Connect where you can join as well.
Excellent. Lots to take in there. Lots to take away and dive into your network and see who's relevant and who isn't relevant. And then we've given you hints and tips on how to find more relevant people so you can add value to your network. And
I want to know if you found that useful, like if you're already using Boolean searching, or if we'll start doing it. And if you're still confused, because I mean some people like to know more about this, I've actually got a course where I go through it in a bit more detail, so you're very welcome to ping me for that.
Link in the description.
Yeah.
All right. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below, and we'll definitely get around to answering them. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.